Welcome back to Nick's Bricks. I'm Nick, and today we continue our Exploriens series review with set number 6938, Scorpion Detector. Also released as set number 1737, the Scorpion Detector is the most unique vehicle of the Exploriens fleet, utilizing a tractor-trailer configuration and bearing a heavy payload of tools and equipment to help the researchers continue to collect fossils and monitor meteor activity. Both Hooper and Quint are included in this set, whom we've seen before, so let's start with a look at the trailer. While the hauler section of the Scorpion Detector is designed for fossil collection, the trailer portion holds the super telescope, focusing on astronomical observation. The idea being the hauler would be deployed to an area rich in fossil deposits, and on its way would drop off the trailer at a strategic area ideal for celestial viewing. After collecting the fossil samples, the hauler would pick up the trailer on its way back to the base. Starting at the bottom, the observatory trailer is made with 4 large plastic wheels, the largest wheels the theme included. At the front is the tow ball on an extended arm which better negotiates turns for the wide berth of the trailer. Just behind the tow ball arm is a fossil storage compartment which utilizes a trans-dark blue panel as a cover. The panel can be used for the blue reveal play feature of the fossils, but is mostly used to secure the samples for the long haul. At the rear is a pair of thrusters used to push the trailer along. While minimal, the additional propulsion alleviates some of the drag from the trailer, which helps the hauler conserve energy. The trailer includes a graded platform made from lattice fence pieces. A similar graded platform will be seen on another vehicle in our next review. Mounted on a 4x4 turntable is another super telescope and its control station. The front and rear of the control station hold signal lights formed by cone and dish elements. The lever and the Exploriens signature telescope imaging screen are positioned around the control seat. To the left of the control station is the super telescope. Using a build similar to that of the planetary decoder, 4 small internal lenses are encased by 2 half-cylinders with a large external lens at the head. The biggest difference is the use of the rocket engine piece for its base. The extra internal lenses imply this telescope is capable of a higher level of magnification. The super telescope is mounted on a 2x4 hinge plate for vertical pivoting. This, coupled with the rotation of the turntable below, allows the telescope to view any vector regardless of the direction the trailer is facing. Quint mans the control station for the telescope when deployed, and while it's dependent on the hauler for movement, the mobile observatory provides equipment vital to the research party's progress. Now let's have a look at its counterpart. In addition to towing the observatory trailer, the hauler is designed for fossil collection. Equipped with the gear we've seen in other set reviews, the hauler combines the assets, making for one heavy-duty fossil-gathering vehicle. Starting at the bottom, the hauler traverses the planet's rocky surface on 4 wheels made from Lego's plastic wheels. The front wheels are smaller, with the rear using large wheels that match the trailer. At the rear is the tow ball socket, which connects to the tow ball of the trailer. More than just a hitch, the tow ball fastener also connects the circuitry that controls the thrusters at the rear of the trailer, granting further control to the operator of the carrier. At the front is a headlight, and positioned just behind are dual long-range antennas on either side of the cockpit. The array picks up the communications network, keeping the crew of the Scorpion Detector informed and in sync. The antennas attach by finger hinges, and the instructions direct us to point them backwards, giving the carrier a sleek look. The cockpit area is created using a bi-level wing plate and a long windscreen canopy. The bi-level wing plate debuted in 1996 with the Exploriens and is definitely a sign of the LEGO times, being used in RoboForce, Insectoids, and finally Aquazone Stingray before being retired in 1998. It gives the hauler its shape, and I think it looks good from the front, but leaves the sides wide open, which is an issue seen on other sets that use this piece. Opening the canopy reveals the cockpit. The printed slope piece displaying the satellite image forms the controls, and the base of the cockpit is the vehicle's frame. We'll see a similar cockpit build in a future review. Moving to the topmost area of the carrier, we'll see the Exploriens signature hexagon panel clipped into position. We'll be spotlighting this piece in our next review, so stay tuned. Flanking both sides of the panel are 2x2 white printed tiles showing the Exploriens logo. The logo pieces distinguish the hauler as an Exploriens vehicle, and their placement provides structural support for the hauler's mechanical arms. The arms connect to the body with hinge bricks, allowing them to pivot laterally. Each arm offers further articulation with two joints created using finger hinges. The upper joint controls the orientation of the arm, while the lower fine-tunes the positioning of the instruments. Each arm holds an assembly of different equipment. The left arm holds a magnet used to retrieve extracted fossils, and a fossil finder is mounted just below the arm's top joint. This fossil finder is configured to send sonar further into the ground, finding samples at deeper depths. The right arm includes the trans-red and trans-dark blue dishes used to reveal the fossil's auxiliary images. Protruding from between the dishes is a laser used to extract samples. Lastly, positioned just below the arm's top joint is the Exploriens scanner. The scanning tool debuted in 1996 as part of the Exploriens series and was included in every major set of the theme. It was also used in a dozen other LEGO themes, including Star Wars, until being retired in 2014. Fundamentally, the scanner tool is a signal probe with a scope. The Exploriens have modified it, adjusting its functionality to better fit their needs. The most common variation of the scanner places a trans-neon green dish at the base of the probe, reminiscent of a parabolic dish. This configuration has a short range, but a wider view, sending out a type of sonar that measures the texture of a surface and indicates areas that share commonalities with a designated criteria, in this case, fossils. Another variation was included in the Nebula Outpost, which saw a trans-dark blue cone fashioned to the tip of the scanner. This modification increased the scanner's range, scanning in sweeps as the outpost's observatory rotated. We'll continue to see other variations in further reviews. This versatile tool can be mounted to a vehicle or structure, feeding its collected data directly into the onboard computers or databanks. Or the scanner can be handheld, storing the data for later uploading. With its debut in the theme and consistent inclusion in sets, the scanner is another iconic signature of the Exploriens series. The segments of the Scorpion Detector work in tandem to create the most well-rounded deployable observatory station and fossil gathering vehicle of the Exploriens fleet. The inclusion of this massive ground vehicle shows how committed the research party is to saving the declining planet. Tune in next time for our review of Android Base. It's the second set of the Exploriens theme to include a structural build and contains my personal favorite super telescope design of the series. Until then, this has been Nick with Nick's Bricks. Thank you for watching, and as always, build, disassemble, repeat.